Now I'm ready like fish and spaghetti.
Yes.
Action. We gonna kick this thing off. Oh, hold on. We have to kick this thing off, right?
Oh.
It's a fucking celebration.
Can we just talk over it and then it messes it up, right?
Yeah, right. Happy fucking birthday. Right. Now it's OG Maco's song, Drake. Fuck you. It's my fucking song. I bought this album. It's my goddamn song. I own the copyright to this song. It's your fucking birthday. Me. That's it. Because I was talking shit. Wow. You talk so tough. He's right. Because I'm definitely gonna stop. Because I am scared now. Like we got further into that song. He's right. He's absolutely right about me.
Oh, that's funny.
This is crazy. Where's my gavel?
I don't know.
The show can't officially start.
Held on to it for something.
I know. The show can't officially start until I have my gavel.
Where were you holding on to
it's
it
under
for?
me.
Oh.
I gotta do my golf pickup. Beautiful people. Obviously, there's gonna be a crazy episode. This podcast is now in order. Welcome to episode 80 of the I Say That to Say This podcast with me, your host, King Bo Christ, your other host with the most, the real Mrs. McCrimmon, and it is your fucking birthday.
It is my fucking birthday.
I'll drink to that. Oh, man.
Likewise.
More life. All right, now you guys saw that toast. Shout out to our YouTube viewership. Because the video is back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I want to blame Apple.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the blame for it. I don't want to take the fault for this. You got to blame somebody in this world.
It's just like...
you got to have it out somewhere.
At this point, technology should not be so trash. Like, you can't go forward and then go backwards on some parts. You know what I mean? Like, it needs to all stay up. You can't go and then backtrack. It doesn't make any sense.
See, but that's my frustration. It's like
it doesn't make any sense. Like either
charging us for our imaginary space.
You can have more shit, but it's gonna move slower, or it's gonna die faster, or like get full. Like what?
Can we go back to that transition period when Apple you can get a 32 gig now, and you're like,
right.
Word. Because I won't have that. I don't want to have that problem. Like your
deleting
memory
your
just
pictures.
Full. Right. You gotta delete some shit, some screenshots that you were gonna hold on to for a later case.
Right.
And then you're like, fuck. All right. I guess I don't need 1,700 screenshots.
Right.
Like, all right, you got me. Right.
They double it every time.
But then the 64 came out, and then shit got crazy. Then they're like, you know what, guys? You can actually keep all this. You know what? Fuck the space. We'll give you unlimited, but just pay monthly.
Right.
And it's like, wait, what? Like, all right. 99 cents, you got me. Fast forward 5 years, and here we are paying $9.99 a month, and it's like, now you need more space. Now you're to the point where like, oh shit, we got to get the $20 package if you want to save all these videos. Like,
everything, yeah, because the longer you've had an iPhone,
sure,
the more shit you have piled up. That's what they're banking on, literally. But like technology, just like I was watching one of my people that I follow on Instagram, and is Lyra Galore. Lyra Mercer, but she has a YouTube channel also, and she was like doing a live video, and she was like, I was all in the mood to do a vlog. I was like energy up, and like was gonna do my makeup. Was just in the good mood, and she opened up her camera and it fucking died, and she didn't have a fucking charging cord.
That's basically your off-life support.
And she was like so she drove to fucking Best Buy and bought a fucking charger.
That's commitment.
But like that kills the vibe.
100%.
It kills the vibe.
100%. After all that, like
it's not just us going through this shit.
An hour and 19 minutes in, and I make a conscious effort to do the right thing, but an hour and 19 minutes in, it's like, all right, it's been real. You go to... And it says
memory
you go to the
full.
recorder, it's like memory full. Like how long ago? Like, oh, at the beginning.
8 minutes
like,
in.
Right. Oh, okay. 8 minutes in, you blacked out. Like, I feel like why did that happen? Like,
right.
I'm that much out of space, then somebody there should be a better system for this.
Yeah.
And
because we keep deleting shit. There's nothing even on it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like everybody goes through this, and I feel like there's a much better solution. But I guess we gotta wait till the higher ups feel.
I feel like smaller companies. This is actually what we were talking about in the car. Like, I feel like smaller companies are actually going to start like taking over. Like, I know we're not going to talk about this yet, but trigger warning. Is that what it was? Trigger warning with Killer Mike.
Oh, right.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay. Probably saying it wrong, but it's
no.
Trigger something. Anyway.
There was a joke there, but I'm but I'm better than this. No, go ahead. Killer Mike, which we are doing a full official conversation about after we get through the whole series.
Oh, the phone. He was like, he was buying only from black-owned businesses for, was it 3 days? 3 days.
3 days.
So literally he couldn't buy or use anything unless it was owned by a black man or woman. So he was basically like starving, and he couldn't open beans.
The phone was like the
and he couldn't drive, and he couldn't have his iPhone, and he couldn't have any phone. He couldn't have any car. Like, couldn't eat
if it wasn't grown on black-owned farms,
right,
black-owned produce.
Right. So, but the phone company, I was like, I didn't even realize like that you could have your own phone, like. So
right,
I feel like
100%. That was like, wow, that's great. That's great that that's out there. Like, that's a whole thing that I didn't. Right. I wasn't even aware to. But
that's coming.
Sure.
Because like me working for a corporation and now owning my own business, like I see how like disconnected corporations are with like building a loyal relationship and like actually caring. It's just greed. It's greed.
Sure.
And like they were just literal about it when I left the company. Like they were like, we are gonna save money and we're gonna make more money and we're gonna save money, and I was like, wait, what? Like your vision or whatever, like your statement, as long as I was with the company was. Yeah, and before it was like rescue animals, save lives of pets, and then they were like money, and I was like, whoa, what?
it really
quick, and they're so disconnected. They have no idea what they're even doing to their company. Like greed's bad for big business.
100%.
Like
you start playing with numbers,
right.
Not looking at people, not looking at faces, but you look at numbers. Like, okay, if we did this, we did this, we did this,
we would save.
Like, and triple.
It's not black and white.
No,
it's not computer.
Right, especially if you're like you send that email over. Like, all right, handle this out there in the universe, and I'll stop by your store.
Right.
Once every 6 months.
Crack the whip.
Right. Yeah. Walk through. And like,
make sure everybody's
right.
in order to do this fucking.
And of course, in that store, that's the only 3 days that everything's running accordingly. Right. So it does. Big business fucks everything up, even as much as what.
Like, but that's good for small businesses. The small businesses that are really focused on customer care and like actually providing a good service. That like it's about customer service.
Sure.
Like you have to be good at what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not gonna surpass anybody around you.
You don't even have to. I mean,
just do your best. Do your best.
Respectfully, you don't even have to be a great business person per se.
Right? Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Right? No, you can't. I can't.
No, but I'm not business savvy at all. Like at all.
No, I disagree, because that's exactly where I was going with it. It's like, as long as your customer service is right, did I steal your water again? Your customer service is right, and you're doing the right thing. That's business. Mm-hmm. That's a way, or your method of doing business. It's not. You can't. It has nothing to do with incorporations and. No, it doesn't mean like tax filings. It's
right.
That's the core. That's my point of. That's a way of doing business.
Okay.
That's the. that's standard business to me.
Right.
Without the numbers, that's standard business.
But
like you're doing the right
corporations are just
thing.
all about the numbers. Just
Sure.
numbers. They'll run you into the ground for fucking numbers.
That's
like literally.
Even playing Drake on a podcast, you would think that'd be a good thing,
right? Because it would get more eyes, more ears out there.
Whoever listens to me is like, "What is that?"
Right.
Or what? Just you come across it for maybe even that. Like, wait, what was that? Mm-hmm. What song was that? I would think that'd be a good thing, but it comes down to greed and the fact that not like, hey, don't play that song. It's like, whoa, we can't count that as our money. If you do that there, so I can't control it, and that works towards. I think it does the actual artist a disadvantage. I really do. I think the business, sure, but the artist is like, well, this would spread more. Yeah, more people. If you could play it anywhere.
But that is that's how the music industry has like a handle on these artists, right? Because you have to go through them or you don't get, because
if they counted, if I played this shit 65 times in a row like they would do on the radio when they just running it back, if I played it 65 times in a row, but if I played it 65 times in a row and you had to count it on the I Say That to Say This podcast, that's 65 streams that an artist would know he could get without that machine. So if that machine controls what the fuck I do, then they're like, it's really, but it all comes down to money. It all comes down to
greed,
and so I guess we got there from Apple.
Greed, Apple, greed, Apple.
Charging for imaginary space is crazy to me.
Having like phones that are coming out back to back to back, like for what?
But just giving the same shit and especially admitting. Like, oh yeah, we slowing this shit up when we fucking it up. Like, we got us.
All good, though, right?
No, but like, it's all good because what you gonna do?
You still doing it though? Like, what? Yeah. What's?
That's some spooky shit.
Some fucked up greed is what it is. Greed.
And